Hi there, good afternoon from Amsterdam. This is my second video and I'm making it from my apartment in Amsterdam, and today actually I would like to speak about it. I'm making a tomato salad for my brunch, and while I'm doing it I will share my experience. Just to give you a bit of the background, I moved to Amsterdam 3.5 years ago and I was renting. And last summer, end of summer, I decided to buy my own apartment. So I did it and I moved, and now I'm living there. I have been living with my parents or renting an apartment. So I'm 38. Until I was 28, I was living with my parents. And then I was living with my boyfriend. I had a long-term relationship for 7 years, and we were also renting. So I always thought that buying an apartment, a house, whatever, it is so difficult. I mean, of course, I took a mortgage. I didn't buy it for myself. But still, it was a lot of responsibility, a lot of obstacles and difficulties related for me in these topics. And I was really very afraid of doing it. So my long-term relationship ended and I moved to the Netherlands alone. And of course, I started to rent, because you move to a new country, you have no idea if you will like it. And I started to rent. My rent was really high because I was renting an apartment in a good area of Amsterdam and I paid 2,200 a month. I had a nice apartment with 2 bedrooms and the garden, but it was a lot, and more or less it's the average price. And I was living alone because I didn't want to share an apartment with anyone else. And then few of my friends were, when I just moved and started to rent, they were buying apartments here. Also expat friends, not Dutch ones. And so they shared with me how it is, this technical part of buying an apartment, how you find an agent, what kind of taxes you need to pay, and etc. and everything. So I was familiar with the topic and the procedure and etc. And I thought, okay, after 1 year, I realized that I actually like Amsterdam and I would like to stay here for long. Not for a few years, but let's see how it will be. But so far, I like it and I want to stay and I want to live in the city. And I thought, my God, I pay so much for my rent. Maybe it would be easier to buy and pay the same for my own apartment and just repay the loan for the apartment, but not just renting. But I had this idea in the mind that when you rent and if something happens, I don't know, I lose my job, I'm in a foreign country, I'm just alone, I'm very flexible. So I just pack my suitcase and I can move to another country, I can move to my home country, whatever happens. So I was feeling this flexibility. I didn't feel a pressure that I have a loan which I have to pay, and etc. And then I decided that, okay, but it seems like it's such a cool experience which I don't have in my life. So also I didn't want to spend so much in rent, and I decided to try. Because I was not sure if with my budget I can find an apartment which I will like. So it worked out. 1 year ago, it all worked out and I moved to my new apartment. You see, I'm still decorating my apartment. I have blue walls, pink walls. Now I'm choosing a color for my green wall, but okay, it's another topic of decoration and making repair and etc. But okay, I did it. And you know what? It changed not only my address, it changed completely the way how I feel myself, how I think about myself. And now I feel myself so powerful. It is exactly the feeling which I have, because I never thought about myself like a person who can move alone to a foreign country, like a person who can buy in this foreign country also alone an apartment. And for me, what I always thought about myself the whole life, these things seems to be impossible. And I'm very happy that I decided not to postpone the buying topic, because I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I should wait when me and my boyfriend, we decide to live together and maybe we can buy something together, etc., etc. There were different thoughts. So I decided not to wait. I decided to do it by my own. And so now I just feel if I managed to go through the things which were considered in my mind so difficult, so unbelievable, so challengeable, now I have it, and I did it alone, because that is also important. I completely did it alone, without help of my parents, without help of anyone else. So I didn't share this responsibility with my husband, with my boyfriend, with my partner, whoever. So, and now I just have feeling that other things which now for me seems impossible, or things which I'm frightened about, how we say it in English. So the things which I'm afraid of, that I should not be, and I feel more power in myself to start new things. And actually this YouTube channel is one of them, because I'm very afraid, but I also realize that when it is still always in your mind, when you think that you know exactly what to do and how to do, and doing things is actually two different worlds. And if you really want to do something, don't be afraid. Just start, and the fear will just disappear. All the fears are in our mind and have nothing in common with reality. And of course, when you take an important decision in your life, you always think if it is a good decision, if it is a bad decision, what if, what if I do a mistake, la la la. We all, of course, think about it. And I think that circumstances and life is changing all the time, because I could have been waiting and continuing to rent for the next 5 years, waiting for the best moment, waiting for the best, I don't know, market price, waiting for having an apartment to share this responsibility, whatever. I could just continue to be afraid. Or I do it now, and I live these 5 years in this apartment, and taking this decision already now, and maybe in 5 years I decide to move to another country, I decide to sell it, I decide whatever. But I will already be a different person who has this experience. So the cool thing is to have an experience of actions. This I love. And also, so I moved, and it's the first time I live in my own place where I can do whatever I want. I can paint the walls any color I like. I can buy any furniture I like. And now, actually, I'm also having another cool experience, cool period, when I'm exploring myself and what actually do I like, what kind of colors, what kind of style, and I'm exploring. And it also changed myself. It's also an impressively cool experience. I love it so much, and I think I will make another video about this. I even find out something about my personality which I didn't know, and it is so wonderful. So in 5 years I will be a completely different person, maybe with different tastes, with different experience, and so I'm very happy that I decided to act, to move to the next level. And I'm not only happy just having an apartment, I'm happy to become a different person. So the main and final idea here is don't wait too long. Take the decisions which you believe are right at this moment. Don't be afraid. Act, because from acting you get another experience, and you may change your mind, you may change your view on some topics, and you can change your mind of how you want to move on. Because sometimes we think about the things and we think like, okay, I will do this, then I will do that, and I will do something further. So the moment when you do the first step, you can completely change your mind of what you want to do further. Maybe you will do this step and you will have variety of 10 other paths which you didn't think or didn't see because you just need to get this experience of the first step. Okay, that was the topic about buying an apartment. I really hope that you find it interesting and not too boring. So next week I will be in Greece. I go on holiday, and next videos I will issue from the Greece, and I think we will speak about solo traveling, and also maybe I will show you a Greek island and Athens, because I will spend 1 week in Milos Island. I expect and I hope it will be impressively beautiful. It will be my 4th time in Greece. I love Greece a lot. So see you from the beach in a week.